Let's go to Western New York. Robert Griffin III is live at the podium after his first preseason game.
I think that's what everybody was looking forward to the most, getting some quality reps against a different team. I think everybody did a good job.
What was the key to settling into that rhythm on that third drive?
I think we just, as a whole, as an offense completely, we moved the chains. That first down is always the toughest one to get. But once you get that, you can start getting in the flow. And I think we did as an offense. Offensive line got confident on that third drive, and we scored a touchdown.
You know about yourself now that you didn't know about yourself right after?
Practice is a lot harder than the games. I mean, it's just kind of the same way in college, but even more so in the pros. Everybody's going to perfect their craft, but our defense was definitely on top of a lot of stuff we were doing in practice. And you come out to the game and you can see all the reads a lot clearer, just because you're not going against that defense every single day. And the holes were a lot bigger. I felt like I was able to read things a lot cleaner and get the ball in my hands.
On the touchdown, just take us through what you're seeing and what you're reading and what led to the decision that you made. We called a timeout before that touchdown. Pierre's definitely dynamic with the ball in his hands after the catch. We just wanted to, take advantage of that. They're playing off with the corners, trying to play a type of in-and-out look, which for that screen pass is the perfect look. The most important thing for me was to make sure I got the ball over the defensive end so we didn't knock it down. And the rest was history. Offensive line got out in front of him. He had a bunch of good blocks, and he took it to the end zone.
What did you see on the timeout? Or what did you see on the game of the line?
We just wanted to make sure we had the right call with a lot of options. The call that we did have was kind of a rush call, and coach didn't really feel that great about what we were in at that point. So we just called the timeout. It's preseason. We want to make sure you get everything right.
Did he tell you to get out of it in the headset after he called it, or your call at the line?
I mean, once they cut the headphones off in your helmet after a while, so he probably was trying to, but we had already called it and gone to the line. And whether he had called timeout or not, we were going to run that play. And I think everybody was confident with what we had called, but he wanted something else, so he took the liberty of calling timeout because he can do that.
On Monday, you said you were more anxious than nervous to get out there. What were the emotions when you finally took the field for real?
That was the same thing. At the end of the day, this is what we do for a living. I played football for a long time, so the game hasn't changed. Just the size of the people changed and the talent level. So it was fun to get out there, run around, suit up in the Redskins gear for the first time officially. And it's something I won't ever forget.
Robert, there were a couple of scenes on the sideline where you were quiet, weren't saying anything. Pierre was standing next to you, talking, running commentary the whole time. What was he just giving you advice? What was he saying?
Yeah, I think it's a great part of this team. There's a lot of guys that try to help me out. So I was being quiet because Pierre, you could say he's the type of a veteran player, and he was just trying to give me little pointers on what to do in preseason games. Just what to pay attention to in the games, because a lot of times once you do get out, you can get, completely out of the game and just start doing retarded or ridiculous things. So, he was just trying to tell me to make sure I stay focused, make sure I, look at all the reads, learn how to read the defenses and those types of things. And then just, me and him talking, just making sure we're on the same page versus what coverages we did get while we were in the game. A lot of times as a football player, if you only get 10 or 12 plays, you want to make sure that they're perfectly right. And we were just going over those plays again.
Robert, what happened on the snap exchange between you and Evan? What did you see on there?
It was just an unfortunate thing that happened. I took the ball from the center, handed it to him, and I didn't know there was a fumble until I turned around, and then I tried to tackle somebody. But it's an unfortunate thing that happened. It's not my fault nor his. We'll just make sure it doesn't happen anymore.
Robert, when you completed that first pass on that touchdown drive, it looked like you really showed a lot of confidence and really stepped into that throw. To recall that, it looked like the game was easy at that point for you.
Yeah, I felt good about it. I was able to get to my last read on that play, which in football you never, especially in the NFL from what I've heard, you don't get very many opportunities to get to your last read.
How many reads were there?
3, so I exhausted my 3 progressions and made it to my 4th one. So that felt good. And, coach was happy. He told me good job after that play. But, it was a lot of fun, and I definitely felt like it was a lot easier. But like I've said, the first one's always the toughest. But to get it out of the way and have a successful outing and get a touchdown on that drive to cap off our day really set the tone for the year.
Over the last 20 years, starts have been pretty easy for a lot of Redskins quarterbacks, sustaining and finishing. That's the top for this franchise. What do you do from here to make sure that a good start turns into a longer stay?
No, you just continue to build on that momentum. I do pay attention to history, but you don't have to let history doom you. So that's the way I look at that. Just because it hasn't been that way in the past doesn't mean that you can't go out and finish strong in the future. So you learn from history, but you also don't doom yourself just because it's happened in the past.
Robert, how much holding back do you think there's going to be in this preseason? How much is going to be holding back? We'll see probably the different games can.
I'm not sure. Whatever coach goes out there and calls for me, that's the part of my game that you're going to see. Hopefully I'll be able to make the most of those opportunities, but it is the preseason, so I'm not going to be running around as much as people would like or would want to see from myself. But I don't mind that. I didn't get touched today. That was a great feeling. So all the talk about the offensive line and the injuries that we've had, the protection was great. Nobody got near me on any of those plays that we were in there for. So I was really proud of the team for stepping up, especially the offensive line, and then having a great day.